There he is. What he does is he runs underneath the patio table or behind it. Go ahead, go eat your food. Sometimes he waits until I give him permission to eat.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Boo, Sammy, Richard, Nancy, Goldie, Ziggy, Ringo, Eva, Hydrox, and Ditto, the Lucky Ferals.
It's 6:45 a.m. I just moved Simba over here to the cat tower with the scale on it. I know I should not be weighing him every day, but I don't know. I just like seeing the general trend. Today he's at 19 pounds, 2 ounces, which is an ounce more than yesterday and the day before, but that's fine. That's fine, right, Simba? Because I know he ate some canned food around 4 a.m. that I left out for him. And now he is going to get his squeeze up with his Cosequin. Wait, Simba. It's 7 a.m. Simba just had his snack. And he had... It's 7 a.m. and here's Splash. I just gave the cats a snack. They got to squeeze up. Is Simba going to eat Splash's squeeze up? I guess so. Okay, maybe not. Simba just walked away from it. So last night, the temperature dipped down to about 68 degrees. And I had all the windows open all night. Actually, I did not even need to put the attic fan on because just with the windows open, we got enough cool air coming into the house to really make it feel just really comfortable. And that's how I remember summers being. I remember, summers would get nice and hot during the day. We'd be in the 80s, sometimes the 90s during the day. But at night, the temperature would cool down, to about 70 degrees, 65 degrees, which was nice because then you could sleep with the windows open, be nice and comfortable. And then during the day, it would be nice and warm. We haven't had that this summer so far. This summer so far, the nights have been so hot and humid along with the days. And that's what I've been missing. I've been missing this cooler nighttime temperature. And it's just so odd that we haven't had that for months now when that used to always be the case. I hope we get more evenings like this that are nice and cool. We have a heat advisory because tomorrow's supposed to be around 100 degrees. Today's supposed to be around 90 degrees. And I had the weirdest dream last night and Boo was in it. It was just such a weird dream. I don't know where I was. I was at some place and it was outside, but at the same time, it was in a basement. And I was there with Sammy and Boo and a black dog. So I was there with 3 black animals. And there was a river of alligators. It was the weirdest thing. It was this big, almost like a moat, but it was a river. Imagine a river that's just a little bit wider than an alligator. And just full of alligators. I mean, alligators head to tail on top of each other. It was just all alligators in this river. And the alligators sleep in the river and they're inactive. But at a certain time of the day, all the alligators wake up and they all leave this river, not by getting out onto a riverbank or anything, but they all kind of just swim down this river and away from the area. It was at one point in the dream, it was they swim down this river and then out the door of the building. There was a building built around... There was a building with a door that was built around this river so the alligators could get out. So the alligators left at a certain time of the day. And then at another time of the day, they would come back. And the most dangerous times of the day were when the alligators were moving because that's when they were awake. If they were sleeping, there wasn't a problem. And if they were away, there wasn't a problem. It was just when they were coming and going. And I remember at one point in the dream, all the alligators had left except for one. And the alligator was coming after, me because I remember I had to pick up I don't know, I picked up like a crate or something, and you had to kind of use it as a shield to keep the alligator from attacking you. And it was also coming after the dog. And I remember just trying to keep the dog away. And I remember being concerned about Boo, saying, where's Boo? Did the alligators get Boo? Like, what happened to Boo? Where is he? But Sammy was so small and fast, like, I didn't have to worry about her. And it was just, so it was kind of like a nightmare. I mean, it was so nice to see Boo again. I was like, oh, Boo. But with the alligators, it was a nightmare. And then I woke up from it and I was like, oh my God, that is such a weird dream. Sometimes I have like the weirdest dreams. But it is nice when I have a dream and I see either Boo or Stella, because it's like I actually got to spend some time with them. It is 8:10 a.m. I'm just about to go put some food outside for Cousin Oliver. I only put food outside if I see him, because if I put food out without seeing him, the ants get to it faster than he does. So I just saw him. He was by the back steps. He was actually here by the steps. He was looking at Sammy. Right now, Ziggy is on the inside of the door, so I'm going to put some food out for him. I'm filming him now before I go outside, because when I go outside, he'll usually run. There he is. What he does is he runs underneath the patio table or behind it. Go ahead, go eat your food. Sometimes he waits until I give him permission to eat. He's having some leftover canned food. Some of it is food that he ate yesterday. It's a Walmart brand that we're trying. And the other is a can of food that I had in my cat food pantry for quite a while. And I have it topped with a little bit of dry food. It's super important to make sure that outside cats get plenty of moisture in their food, especially in the summer when it's super hot. So that's when you really want to make sure you're feeding them wet food, because cats are notorious for not drinking enough water. So he's been getting a lot of wet food this summer, which he's been happy about. It is 9:22 a.m. and I am having a spontaneous change of plans today. So because it is so beautiful out and it's nice and cool, I've decided I'm going to scrub all the litter boxes today. They haven't been scrubbed in over a month, so it's time to do that. And I'm very thankful that I work from home on a flexible schedule, so I can do this. It's probably going to take me about 3 hours. It's 9:22 right now. I hope I'm going to be done by around noon. I have 9 litter boxes to scrub. But not only do I have to scrub the litter boxes, but once I remove the litter boxes, then I have to clean up like all around them. I scrub everywhere around them. Vacuum. So it's not just doing the litter boxes, it's doing the whole area around them. Another thing I should mention is I do keep these litter boxes in the shower. However, if you're keeping litter boxes in a shower, make sure you have something that covers the shower drain, because you do not want cat litter going down into your plumbing. This is what I have here. These are actually 2 magnets. I only need 1, but there's 2 because I had an extra, and if I don't want to lose the extra, I just put it here anyway. What they are is they're just magnetic sheets. You can buy them at like an office supply store, and you just cut them into a circle to fit your drain. And my drain is metal, so the magnet sheets stick to the drain. They're not sliding around, and they do a great job of keeping everything out of the drain. And then what I do is every time I clean out the litter boxes, clean out this entire area, I take a pitcher full of water and I put water down into the drain, just because you don't want the drain itself, like the pipes. There's usually like an elbow joint that retains water. You don't want that to dry out, because then you could get sewer gases coming up into your shower area. That happened to me before I had any cats in the house. I was traveling a lot and I wasn't using this downstairs shower. And one day I came down here, I was like, what is that smell? It smells so bad. And that's when I realized, oh, it's the drain. The drain dried out. So I had to put a bunch of water in the drain, and the smell went away. And I haven't had that problem since, because I make sure that at least once a month I do put water down into the drain. If you keep litter boxes in a shower, always cover the drain. It's after 8 p.m. Look what's across the street. Look. Look, it's 2 little babies. 2 little babies with their mother. That is so cute. They're on the other side of the tree. I haven't seen these guys yet. Little babies. It is 7:30 a.m. and Simba's getting his Cosequin in a squeeze up with a little tiny bit of powdered green lip mussels on top and some freeze-dried chicken. He loves his snacks. Simba loves his little snacks. And he's also starting to love his lunchtime. So since I've been splitting up their breakfast, so they only get like half portion for breakfast, the other half they get for what I'm calling their lunch, like around 2 p.m., sometimes 3 p.m. Simba's so funny because he knows like when it's lunchtime. He's like, okay, I'm ready for lunch. And now he's licking his plate clean. Today for breakfast, Splash and Simba are having some of the Nature's Variety Instinct raw bites that I reconstitute with water. So they're having half a portion and I add a little bit of warm water to it. And I just let these sit here for a little while as I go about my morning, getting ready for my day. Then I drain them off and Simba usually loves them. Sometimes Splash does also, and sometimes he gets a little picky with them. So hopefully he'll eat his today. If he doesn't, then he'll get a little bit of canned food. Look at what's going on down here. This entire room has like turned into a cat playroom. There's Sammy, there's Nancy. They had catnip last night on their catnip mats. I gave them the catnip blend that has some valerian in it. So we'll see how they do with that today. Sometimes there's some residual in their system. And right now I'm gonna pick up these catnip mats and I am going to turn their toys on. This is Sammy's tunnel. It's about 7:40 a.m. Here's Simba. And there's some weird stuff going on this morning. So I woke up probably around 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. And I heard what sounded like scratching in my room. And I couldn't figure out if someone was scratching on the cat tower or in the litter box, or by the water bowls. I was like, what is going on? So then I sit up and I look, and there's nobody there. Like, none of the cats are in my room scratching. So I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm up and I'm looking, let me see where the cats are. Let me open all the windows for them. So I got out of bed, and Splash and Simba were both in the living room on cat towers. And so I opened all the windows in the house. I went back to bed, and I'm just about to take a shower, so I'm walking down the hall to my bedroom, and I pass Boo's room. The door's open, the window's open, and I see a cat sitting by the window. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's great that they're enjoying the open window. But then I decide to look and see who it is. So I turn around, and I walk back to Boo's room, and there's nobody there. None of the cats are in Boo's room. Simba's here. Splash is under my bed. So it seems like maybe Boo is visiting us today. Stella's visiting us. I don't know who it is. No idea. But it's just really weird that first I hear the scratching in my bedroom. None of the cats are in the room. And now I walk past Boo's room, see a cat by the window, go back to see who it is, and they're not there. And neither Splash or Simba are in that room. It's kind of freaky. Yesterday I went to Whole Foods and look what Simba got. Simba got some fresh cat grass. Even though I'm growing cat grass, we always like to have some fresh cat grass, right, Simba? And when I bought this yesterday, it was like half the size. It grows so fast. Simba wants me to pluck a few pieces and feed it to him, but I'm still getting ready for my day. Okay, Simba, you want one anyway? Here. Ready? Let's see if we could do this. Here's a little piece. They're not that big. Okay, eat your piece. You want another piece? Eat your piece. Okay, want another piece? I try to get the big pieces for him. Because it's still growing. Simba loves this, right, Simba? Oops. Oopsies. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, you don't want it? Oh, he's smelling my hand. I just got out of the shower. Simba's very sensitive to soap and odors, but I used the Zumbar that Stella loves so much, the frankincense and myrrh Zum soap. Good job, Simba. Good job. This is the cat pool and floating toy set from Five Below. Here's Simba. Simba says he's going to check it out. I thought it was going to be bigger than this, but it's like really small. It comes in this little box. It says it comes with 3 floating toys, and these are the 3 floating toys. And what you're supposed to do is put water in here and then let the cats play with it. And so that's what I'm going to do. I hope this actually holds water. I'm going to get a towel to put underneath it. I'm not going to put too much water in it. Over here, it looks like they only put a little bit of water in, maybe like an inch of water. So we'll see if Simba likes it. Okay, I have a pitcher of water. I think I have like 2 quarts. Okay, Simba just ran away. We'll put the floating toys in. Okay, so that's 2 quarts of water. And I have this waterproof blanket that I put underneath it. Simba just walked back in the room. He's checking it out. He said he'd rather have some cat grass. Splashes on the scratch and roll. This is something that the cats are probably not going to take to right away, but maybe eventually they'll play with. So I'm just going to leave it here. There's Nancy. She just came upstairs. Is she going to play with it? No. There's Ziggy. It is now 8:45 p.m. and nobody wants to play with this little pool with the toys in it. I even put one of Simba's balls in it. It's this ball. It's not actually a pom-pom. I don't know. It's almost like a foam material. Even Simba doesn't care about it. The Lucky 7 were upstairs today. They didn't care about it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drain the pool, empty it out, dry it out, and then I was going to donate it. Unless Simba's going to decide that he wants to play with it. You want to play? Here, the ball. Ready? When Simba and Splash were kittens, I had a large plastic storage container full of water outside. It was like a water station for them. And they used to love playing with it. I used to have little toys in there for them. They used to love playing with it. But I guess they've gotten smarter as they've gotten older. I just dumped out all of the water. And I just realized that I think Sammy might like using it as a cat bed. Like she might like sitting in it because she's small enough to fit. Probably Ziggy also would be small enough to fit in there. So I don't know. I'll just leave it here without any water in it and see if they end up using it. It is 10:37 p.m. and I'm just about to go to bed. And we're looking at the corner of the bed where Stella used to sleep. And right here on the bed, that's where Boo loved to sleep. I just wanted to document the fact that I am really missing Boo lately. I went out for a little while today and I just happened to be in a few stores and I noticed that they're starting to put the Halloween stuff in the stores. Like right now it's the middle of the summer, but they're already putting Halloween stuff in the stores. And of course, with all the Halloween decorations, there's black cats, and a lot of them say Boo. Oh, here's Simba. Hey, Simba. Hello, Simba. I really didn't want to talk about this in front of Splash and Simba, but Simba came to join me. So, what I was saying was that in the stores, like all the Halloween stuff is in, and it's a lot of black cats, And then there's decorations that say boo. Some even say boo with a black cat, and it's so hard. And I always used to call the few months leading up to Halloween black cat season, because that's when all the stores would have all the black cat decorations. And it was always like a celebration of boo. And this is the first year that he's not here for that celebration. And I just keep thinking of how much I miss him. And then, of course, I keep having flashbacks to when he was in the animal hospital and the day that he was put down. And, of course, I keep thinking, well, what could have been done differently? How could things have been done differently? And I have not posted the announcement of his passing yet, but that's coming up real soon. That's probably coming up within a week or two of posting vlogs. And I don't even know how I'm going to do that yet. With Stella's passing, the day she passed, I wrote the script and I knew exactly what I wanted to say. And with Boo's passing, like, it was all such a blur as far as like what I was filming, what I wasn't filming, what I was saying, what I wasn't saying. I don't know. Like, my thinking was just on him. I wasn't really concerned with the vlog. I don't even know what I said. And with Boo's passing, it's just very different. I haven't put a script for that together. I don't know what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it. I guess I'm just going to have to see what was recorded for the vlogs, what I recorded, what I said, what I documented, and take it from there. It's just been really difficult today.
Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.